When it's least expected, you're elected, you're the star today. Smile, you're on Candid Camera. With the hocus pocus, you're in focus. It's your lucky day. Smile, you're on Candid Camera. Smile, you're on Candid Camera.
Candid Camera, brought to you tonight by Bristol Myers, makers direct from KDKA Television in Pittsburgh. Here is the originator of Candid Camera, Allen Funt.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so nice to be here in Pittsburgh, and it's a pleasure to have as a guest and a host one of the nicest guys I know, the General de Gaulle of the crabgrass set, Allen King.
Thank you. I was almost pleased to be in Pittsburgh, Alan. I decided as long as I was coming here, I would start out the show with about 6 hilarious minutes of jokes about Pittsburgh. But it's been about 10 years since I've been here, and you know what they did? They cleaned up the city. I mean, I was going to do jokes on top of Old Smoky, you know, and the black snow and everything. But it's one of the most beautiful cities I've seen, and I think they should be very proud.
Relax then and enjoy it. Wonderful. You know, we're going to get you right into the first film for this Candid Camera show by taking you to a suburb of Pittsburgh, and there we hid our cameras in a motel. And let's go right to the first film so we can show you exactly how it was done. Here in the Sewickley Motor Court, we hid our cameras and we got a whole stack of money. We wet the money, we crinkled it up good, and then we called a tailor with a very unusual assignment. Now, this tailor arrived soon. He called his own shop to tell him about this strange thing we wanted him to do. Let's listen.
Bernice, I'm over at the Strictly Motoring, you know, and you're a presser, and they... Now, get this. You're going to fall over. But they asked if we can press $100 bills. We can. Will it shrink? Will it shrink? They got a whole flock of money over here. Will it fade? I guess he's one of these guys from Texas, got a lot of money.
Once before he had his money cleaned and pressed and it come out shrunk.
He said once before he had his money cleaned and it shrunk. Well, no shrinkage. She should. Yeah, well, see, she's been in this business as long.
Did she ever clean money before?
Did you ever have clean money before? It was dirty money, she said.
It came out all right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes they're caught in our cleaning machine. Sometimes they're caught in a machine over there. And as they come out of the machine...
That's it.
They're cleaned. And we've never measured them to see if they shrunk.
Okay, says he don't want to go around with short $100 bills.
He says he don't want to go around short with $100 bills. And I've never heard anything like that. Well, I'll bring it over if they want me to, too. We'll show them that we can do it.
How much will it cost?
Oh, we
I'll
won't...
tell the guest. You're paying about $20 for it.
$20? We ought to go around just pressing money for these
No,
people.
but it is ridiculous.
We might as well start these $100 bills, maybe. I don't know.
No, wait a second. He's the fella that runs the Candid Camera program.
He's the guy that runs the Candid Camera program. Yeah, they must be staying here or something.
Yeah, he photographed the guy. The guy got mad, pushed him in the pool. What did she say?
She said if this is on television.
Now?
Yeah.
Yes. say?
I don't know. I'm all confused here.
Bernice, I'm the guy that does the Candid Camera
This is
show.
the man on Sunday nights, Ellen Front, this looks like. And I recognize you, too, now, but I...
Listen, tell him, will
Allen
you?
King.
He doesn't understand.
Okay. Do these people... Hello? You talk to Ellen Front. Honest, for it on television.
You know, Alan, you just can't write these things. It's just beautiful. We'll be back in just a moment, but first, here's an important message for you from the people who make buffering.
Now let us show you how we worked Allen King into our Candid Camera hijinks. Almost the moment he got off the plane, we whisked him right from the airport to this Zwickley Motor Inn, and we didn't even let him wash his hands. We shoved him right behind the desk where people check in, and he was appointed the new assistant manager.
I asked you if I could be the house detective, but you didn't want me to have any fun at all. Alan.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's good you were the assistant manager, because almost a few moments later, in came a man who had made a reservation, but Allen King didn't seem to recall it. Here's Allen practicing as the house manager, and here comes his first customer.
And the other fellow is Robert Dagg, D-A-G-U-E.
G-U-E. And he's from Reading, too?
No, he's coming in from Newark, Ohio.
Newark?
Newark, Ohio.
Newark, Ohio. One moment, please. Yes. Hello, front. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Would you just wait one moment, please? There are no rooms at all? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Well, we thought there was a checkout, but there doesn't seem to be any rooms. Well, I don't know. There's nothing at all. He couldn't double up with anybody. Yes? All right. Just with the handyman? Well, would you mind doubling up with someone? So we have no reservation of it. You sure your secretary made this?
In fact, she even told me that the instructions were, whoever answered the phone here said that I should call when I get into the airport and you would provide limousine service to the airport.
Oh, well, we have limousine service to the airport. We just don't have any rooms. You see. Yes, enough.
This confirms the fact that she was talking with you to make a reservation for tonight.
All right, Mr. Kaib, I'll see what I can do. Wait. Yes? Are you bachelors?
Yes?
You're bachelors? Yes? No, this would be for them. All right, well, Mr. Kaib...
Oh, no, pardon me. I'm married, but my wife is at home.
Oh, but your wife's at home. Well, that's like being a bachelor, you know, for the night anyway. He's a regular fella anyway, it seems to me. Well, we'll see what we can do. All right, thank you. He was amused by that. That's our assistant manager. He probably took the reservation. He's not too bright. I'd like to have an opening in your company. Maybe we can get rid of him. Now, let me see.
I thought that maybe it would help if I go up there and see if I could get those two guys that are a little hungover out.
Well, the room might not be in very good shape.
Hi, buddy. You're a kid. Smile.
Right over there.
Oh, for sake. Pleasure to see you. Your room is all ready.
Yes,
and I watch your program, too.
I'd like to introduce you to your room clerk, Allen King.
Hi.
No wonder you look familiar.
Now, next to check in was a lady who had to make some centerpieces for a party for her garden club. And every time she mentioned the word bird, it seemed to hit Allen wrong. Listen.
Birds?
And wildlife.
I see.
See? So that's what I'm trying to figure, if we could...
Well, what, is he going to make a speech?
No, if you're going to show it on the screen.
Just birds?
Birds and wildlife.
That's wonderful. It must be a very exciting party.
It's a garden club.
Oh, a garden club. I thought it was a golf
Pleasure Valley.
Shot dance?
Well, you don't get wildlife usually at a dinner.
No, it's a sort of bird watching and recognizing and identification.
Yes. You boys don't know anything about this garden.
Oh, that's the best. You know,
If you have
well, what
people
else is
filming
there
along.
going to be during the evening? I mean, they'll have the
Dinner and then the pictures.
the pictures about the birds.
Well, I tell you.
May I suggest that perhaps the most exciting thing of the evening might be showing you and your club members a film of you on Candid Camera?
That'll be exciting, too. Now, look,
No, now look for a moment now. This is the truth.
we'll...
Next to arrive was a man who wanted to pay his bill, and he found some new trouble. Let's hear him.
You got to put it on the room, because I can't turn that receipt into the company.
Why?
Huh? Well, I'll have to explain these little details. I don't know what miscellaneous is. I don't know what room is. I don't know
Ice
what 60
bucket.
cents. I don't have an ice bucket.
You didn't use it, sir, but it's there. It's the same thing. If you don't use the television, you got to pay for it.
Well, isn't that in the normal charge?
No, sir. No, we have a different ruling here. You see, the $2 is for the chambermaid. As I said, we have trouble keeping our chambermaids because people come in and come out and they don't...
This, Mr. King, is certainly, I'd be glad to pay the $2.20.
No, wait just a second.
I
If you're
wanna
not
tell you,
comfortable about it...
No, I've just, absolutely, I've been staying here since the place opened up.
You'd rather have a room without an ice bucket?
Well, I've never in my life heard of paying for an ice bucket. Anyway.
Well, do you know how many men come in and use the ice bucket and then take the ice bucket back with them?
This is not my problem.
I know, but that's
We've
our
got to
problem.
make up for it in some way, you know. Just because you're a
Where
good
have I
sport...
known you before?
That's what I was going to say. Haven't we met somewhere?
Are you from Cleveland?
No,
From here?
no,
Pittsburgh?
no. I think I know now.
Where?
Let's see now. Sunday evenings. I think I've been at your home. You watch television once in a while.
Oh, sure.
The
My God. You know, I sit and we die. This is perfectly lovely.
But you didn't use the bucket at all.
You know, this is how dumb you can get.
Next came the chef. The chef was told about a very unusual dish by Allen, and it didn't faze him. Listen.
You know how to make kreplach?
I never see that. I never heard that. I've been cooking all over. I never heard of stuff like that. Oh, kreplach. Yes, now I got you. You got me now. With kreplach, that means all the kind soups together. You put the matzo balls inside, our noodles and anything rice. They call it kreplach. That with everything mixed. Not different.
No, not kreplach. Kreplach.
Oh, kreplach.
Yeah.
What was that story you were telling me? Is there some particular story that you think would be particularly good for a chef?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard a good story about a fellow was sitting in a restaurant and he said to the waitress, "I'd like some ham and eggs and a few kind words." You see? So the waitress brought ham and eggs and he says, "Honey, where's the good kind words?" And she said, "Don't eat here." And you know something, Alan? I affect a lot of people that way, too. He was hysterical by the story. I think one of the most amusing incidents that happened in Pittsburgh wasn't recorded on the Candid Camera. And I'm going to tell him now.
Please?
We went to lunch during the filming. We got into a station wagon. It was Alan Funt, myself, and 6 of the crew. And we drove to a diner right here in Pittsburgh. And we got in, and there was a man standing in the restaurant with long side, it looked like an escapee from a Marlon Brando picture, you know, the leather jacket and the high boots and the sneer. And he kept looking at us like we were peculiar. Remember that? Well, I didn't pay any attention to him. When we got out of the restaurant, we got back into the car and we were in a hurry to get back to the filming. We couldn't start the car. We tried 6 or 7 times and Alan and I were screaming, "Start the car, we've got to get back." Nothing happened. Finally, we were getting out of the car. The fellow in the leather jacket walked around to the front of the car, didn't say a word, opened up the hood and said, "You'll never start the car without these wires." And he just connected the wires, and we were ready to go for him. And he said, "Smile, you're on Candid Camera."
Well, his was a new technique in trapping us, and we're always working with new techniques as well. We want to show you a little experimental film. This one has to do with the use of infrared light and the ability to photograph in a completely darkened movie house. If you'll come with us and the Candid camera into this movie house, I'll show you exactly how it was done. Now, this scene has no light in it other than a few infrared bulbs where the exit sign is, and the heat of those bulbs makes this picture. Now, Tom O'Malley is playing the part of an usher, and these two kids who have come in to hope to enjoy the picture and each other's company haven't been able to sit for the last 10 minutes because Tom is looking for something under, around, and in between their seats that isn't there. Now, they think they've just about gotten rid of Tom, but instead of leaving them to their own enjoyment, he's going to start to look for this lost item in the row behind.
I think that the young man believes that the usher was hired by the girl's father to keep an eye on him.
Now, in a moment, Tom is going to tell this girl that she and her friend are now on Candid camera and that 25 million people are watching them. But after they've learned that, and while they're trying to get their poise back, Tom leaves them, and for all intents and purposes, it's a darkened movie house. So the two kids go back to exactly what they came for, with 25 million people watching. Now, I want you to meet a young lady who needs no introduction surely to Pittsburgh audiences. She's the delightful co-star of Pittsburgh's most popular morning show, Miss Marcy Lynn.
Hello.
And one of the reasons I want so much for you to meet Marcy tonight is that she did the thing we've been waiting to happen for a long time. She photographed us while we were photographing other people without knowing it.
Well, we tried hard anyhow. I really didn't think we were the first. I thought many had, but our photographer flipped when he heard you were coming because he wanted to try it, and we did, and we were happy that you were pleased.
You know, Alan, she got you while you were standing there smoking that cigar.
Yeah.
She got me while I was scratching my head and trying to think of what next to do. And what's more, not only were we caught off guard, but all of Pittsburgh has already seen us caught in our own act.
Was I dressed?
Yes, you
Well, now,
So, some of our most delightful suggestions come not from our staff, but from people who watch the show. And I think it's because they're relating to us and suggesting to us things that come right from their own experience. A kindergarten teacher really hit the perfect note for us. She suggested that we should photograph 3- and 4-year-olds as they each try to put each other to sleep. She said, take one kid, let him rest his head on his neighbor's lap, and let them try to sing each other to sleep the way their mothers do. And that's exactly what we did. And here is the unusual result.
Rock-a-bye baby on the free rock. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bell rings, the cradle will fall. Tug, tug your boat gently down the stream. When the sun is rising up in the morning, you'll see when you're at the stream, little ducks quacking in the water. When the spring comes in again, there will be your plants growing and trees dropping apples and pears and oranges.
Now, this little girl must have had a banjo player for a mother. Listen.
Baby, when the sun breaks the Down will come baby and quail and up.
Here's a girl with a very unusual lyric to the lullaby. Some of the children had lullaby techniques that didn't involve singing. Some were kind of wrestlers. And some had the most unusual positions. Finally came along the girl with a sweet, tender touch and a dainty, lovely voice to match.
You know, Alan, the last girl, rock-a-bye, babe. My wife must have had a voice like that as a child, too. You know. I love when she rubs the hand on the hair. The kid's going to go up with a little bald spot and never know why. Now the line I do best. We'll be back in a moment. But now we'll look at some photos of a very attractive family. Alan, I want to thank you for inviting me. It's been just fun being here in the studio and going out and doing the film with you. And as we bring this session of Candid Camera to a close, we'd like to thank all the people in Pittsburgh for their gracious hospitality and consenting to be part of our program tonight.
I'd also like to thank the wonderful people here at KDKA TV. I tell you, it's a rare treat to come as visitors and find such a cordial and cooperative group. And that, of course, goes to you, Marcy Lynn. It's been a real delight. One extra word for the fine people of the Pittsburgh Variety Club, who are considerate enough to give us an award for our work with Candid Camera. In closing, we'd like to say that even though we've been here once before, don't be surprised if sometime when you least expect it, someone steps up to you and says,
Smile, you're on Candid Camera.
Good night.
You're elected, you're the star today. Smile, you're on Candid Camera. With a hocus pocus, you're in focus. It's your lucky day. Smile, you're on Candid Camera. It's fun to laugh at yourself. It's the tonic, tried and true. It's fun to look at yourself as other people do. How's your sense of humor? There's a rumor laughter's on its way. Smile, you're on Candid Camera.
Some of tonight's Candid scenes were filmed at the New York School for Nursery Years in Manhattan and the Hudson Country Day School in New Rochelle.
The preceding program was pre-recorded.